win a battle royal to become the #1 contender for the world championship. You're supposed to get this title shot the night after SummerSlam. And if rumors are correct, Shawn Michaels was supposed to lose his championship to Vader at that SummerSlam. But unfortunately, you on TV, they say you're injured because Faarooq, Ron Simmons, attacks you, and
Right.
they create a storyline out of this saying you are injured. Now, let's clarify everything right now. Now, I have read many things. I have seen many podcasts. So let's clarify. Did you have kidney issues for real at the time?
Yes, I did
Okay.
for real.
Okay. Because, you see so many things and people are trying to connect the
Yes.
dots being like, Ron Simmons took him out on purpose. And I don't know if
He
that
did.
was ever true.
He did.
He
That
did.
kid, yes. When you're in the ring, you give your body to that person, you expect that person to take care of you. And that's the name of the game. But no, he ran out, man, and did a full NFL kick to my open rib. Now, I opened myself up for him because I knew he was going to give me a kick, but not like that.
Mm.
But he gave me a full NFL kick. But he paid for it at, what was that called? Street Brawl.
Oh, yeah. You guys definitely beat the crap at each other with 2x4s and weapons and all that
Mhm.
stuff. So I want to make sure. So what I have read is correct, that you believe that Ron Simmons came out there and took you out on purpose, and yet you did have kidney issues at the time as well. Is anyone aware of this?
Well, no, I didn't have any kidney issues until that happened.
Oh,
And what Ron did was, Ron's been on the podcast where he's admitted that he was jealous of me. He actually, I give him credit for that. He's actually the first guy that came out and admitted that he was jealous of me
wow.
because he was the first black, was it WCW champion?
Yeah, first step. Yes, first
Right,
black.
and he figured he was gonna come there and swoop that championship too, but it wasn't gonna happen.
No, when you come dressed as a gladiator, I don't think you would become world champion. There you are looking badass in your red gear, and there's Ron wearing a weird like foam helmet on his head. I think we know who will become champion first here, and it was going to be you. Ah, man, it was such a wonderful time as an Ahmed Johnson fan like myself, because you win the IC championship. You're placed with Shawn Michaels, who's world champion. I remember there's a Raw where you're fighting. It's like Billy and Bart Gunn, and you guys fight in a tag team match at championships. Then you fight in singles matches. Then you win a battle royal to become the #1 contender. And then boom, it felt like everything dropped out at once because suddenly you have to vacate the IC championship. You don't get your world title shot, and now you're injured for the rest of the year. How are you mentally after this? Because you are on cloud 9, rocket ship strapped to your back. Now it's changed.
Oh, I was pissed. I couldn't believe that Ron Simmons, who's supposed to be a professional, would do something like that, man. That was unbelievable. And the more I watched it, the more pissed I got, because I see how I opened myself up for him, and he came after that kick like he was punting a football. Right. And I don't know, man, just pissed me off. I was totally pissed off.
Yeah.
Like crabs in a barrel. One time's up and somebody else will pull you back down. Because they don't want to see that crab beat the barrel.
Man. It's interesting you bring up, because you said like you're giving your body to professional wrestlers. You're in the ring and you're supposed to trust someone. You're not gonna get dropped on your head or hit for real in the gut like that. Maybe you get a little snug, but not a full-on football punt. But you're saying in a podcast, Ron Simmons admitted that he was jealous of you, unlike many other people who probably said things behind your back, but never actually to your face or on a podcast. No. So I just wanted to make sure we clarify, because you read all these things and it's like, oh, well, he had kidney issues, so they used Ron Simmons attacking him as an excuse to get him off TV. But you're saying that kick is what started this kidney issue.
That kick jarred it, man. That kick is what did it all.
Wow. That's, oh man, that is terrible, because again, that's right, that the rocket ship was strapped to you. And around this time, even before that, Ultimate Warrior came back into the WWE.
Yes.
Now, did you have any relationships or conversations with him? Because he was supposed to be part of your team with Shawn Michaels at an In Your House international incident, and then he just poofed out of the way and Sid comes in.
Yes. Me and the Warrior, it was kind of strange. I was walking to the locker room with the rest of the boys, and Warrior had his own dressing room. And he said, Ahmed, come over here and get dressed with me. And I was like, damn, that's an honor to be dressing with the Warrior. So I went over there and got dressed in the locker room with him. And he was, feeding me about the business, telling me this, that, and other. And he was like, brother, you're in the same shoes I was in, because I didn't hang out with any of the guys. after the match, they got go out drinking, drugging, whatever they do, and I didn't want to be part of that. So I didn't hang out with any of them, and they took that as me being conceited or something. I didn't want to hang out with them. It wasn't that. It's just I wasn't into what they were into.
Yeah. Was there a lot of drugs backstage at the time?
There was a lot of drugs, yes.
Wow. And so is like the office aware of this, or everyone's like, oh, we're making money, so we're okay?
I don't know if the office is aware of it or not. I'm not sure.
Interesting. Yeah. Because you always hear stories about somas and, mixing it with
Vicodin.
alcohol and Vicodin and taking, smoking weed. And obviously, things are different now in today's world with different types of drugs you can take that are actually legal. But at the time, these things aren't on the up and up. And I know a lot of people have suffered. And as you've seen over the years, many wrestlers have passed away at a young age because of drug abuse from 20, 30 years ago, affecting them in today's world, which is just
right.
Unfortunate and sad. So it's good to see that you're still here doing your thing because, here we are, Ahmed Johnson. You came back, though, and you started feuding with Faarooq, but now Faarooq no longer is a gladiator. He has formed this nation of domination. And how are you feeling going into this? Because we're talking about it and you're pissed, like really pissed what happened to you. And now you're coming back in and they're going to, oh, hey, we're going to put you with Faarooq. And it felt like you and Faarooq you couldn't escape him. Every time you were going somewhere else, they just bring Faarooq back along with you and you keep feuding.
Yeah, because the fans never got tired of it, man. I thought, the fans would say, okay, enough's enough between Ahmed and Faarooq. Let's move on. But the fans, when we went out, they popped, they, on their feet, they loved it. And I was getting tired of it myself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was getting tired of it. I was ready for a change.
Yeah. I as a viewer, it felt like it was great because everyone was enjoying themselves and got huge pops. But yet, there you are smashing Faarooq in the back with a giant 2x4, the biggest 2x4 I've ever seen in my life. Seriously, Hacksaw Jim Duggan has a 2x4. You had I don't know what the hell that thing was, just a big plank of wood smashing people. But it was glorious to see, and you must have had a few, shots on Faarooq's back a little harder because of that. Maybe that kick to the kidneys, but maybe he deserved it.
Yeah, he got a receipt. He had a receipt coming. He got a receipt. His real receipt came during the Battle Royal. I mean, not Battle Royal, the Street Brawl.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania 13 with you and Legion of Doom.
That table, it broke his ribs, and his rib punctured his lung.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't feel bad about it because he didn't feel bad about doing me. So I don't feel bad about doing you.